Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Are we there yet? Somewhere in the world, it's a new year. I've come stacked with a fresh bag of cough drops, a fresh batch of coffee in my elite mug. Fresh batch of homoerotic medicine. I mean homeopathic medicine for allergies. Got all the pimps, players, hustlers in the chat. And it's time to have fun. We're going to review the year. Some of the hits and the misses, which was going to be pretty one-sided because it was all hits. I don't remember any misses this year. Y'all remember any misses? There wasn't no misses, but I got a misses. Welcome, everybody. got my little stash of cough drops. I got my karaoke ready. We got to check in on our friends on TikToks. TikTarts, TikTots. See what the Starseeds are up to. Check in on the witches, the DINKS, the Atheists, the Money Bros, all of our favorite friends on TikTok. Check in and see what they're up to. Say hi. Did I lose a debate in 2023? Did I lose a debate? Oh, I'm so tired of debating. Debating's getting old. I'd rather just sit here and be mean on the stream. Mean stream. Maybe that's what I'll start calling it. And it won't be the Jason. It'll be the mean stream. Mean stream goes mainstream. And look, we're eventually going to get this straight, right? We're going to hit all the notes. 2024 is going to be lit. It's going to be the year where I perfectly perform Mark Morrison at some point. Mark Morrison at some point, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Come on. Well, I tried to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. As the saddest story goes, and now I got the flow, cause I knew it from the start. Maybe when you broke my heart, and showed you that I'm real, you lied to me. Even though I said that I love you, you lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. You lied to me. Even though you knew I'd die for you. You lied to me. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return of the mind. Here it is. Return of the mind. Come on. Return of the mind. Oh my gosh. You know that I'll be fine. Here I am. Return of the mind. Oh no. Return of the mind. Oh yes. Return of the mind. Watch my flow. You know that I'll be fine. Here I go. What's the song? All right. What do you think? I still can't get it right. I'm out here sweating. It's hard to sing that song when I've got my cough still. My cough is almost gone, by the way. That's the good news. Return of the mean. Oh yeah. Return of the mean. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Now I'm sweating. Did y'all have a good 2023? I did. 2023 was our best year. What do y'all think? 2023 kicked off with a bang. I mean, I think it was 2023 this year. We had Timcast. That was a big show. We had some popping off episodes of Lord Voldemort. We had the In Studio with Lord Voldemort when we did our Austin event. That got about 700,000 views. We had the Tucker episode. That was huge. Eat the Bugs Tucker special. So this was the biggest year for the madness that we engage in. I mean, it was kind of off the hook. You know what I mean? It was lit. It was crazy. I wouldn't have dreamt that 2023 would be such a big year. And I want to thank all y'all out there, the big hardcore supporters, all the Chad nerds in the audience, the pimps, players, hustlers, and former hoes. y'all really helped us get there. Because we got such a dedicated crew of people that, you know, the Timcast thing wouldn't happen if y'all hadn't have just bugged the crap out of them saying my name a million times. Right? So, you know, and then the Tucker thing, shout out to Scooter for that. Austin event, shout out to Alex for that. BG Cumby, shout out to BG. We had our biggest event, LA, that was huge, with Jamie Kennedy, sort of living a dream, you know what I mean? It's surreal. So it's just been, it's been crazy. You know what I mean? It's just been nuts. It's been nut balls over here non-stop. What'd you get in your stocking? Nut balls. That's what. Because it's been crazy. And listen, if you head on over to Rockfin, another big interview just dropped. The crazy interview with Eddie Bravo. Where I tried to explain what Pay Piggy was to Eddie Bravo. So, I'm just going to play a little brief clip of that. Right? So Eddie Bravo's like, dude, I was in the rap rock metal like that back in the 80s, dude. And I was like, I'm a bit of a musician myself. What, dude?
Fucking cool. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we went through that lockdown. We might need another lockdown. Those fucking no hope for them.
I'm trying to find that clip. Let me find it.
And they thought, oh, somebody stole this.
Urkel.
Well,
Corey Snodgrass.
We're talking about Urkel.
And then dudes have to get.
I don't know why we're talking about Urkel.
I think they're basically
Obama Muslim and this under
the South.
Where's it at?
people. They're just
I just found
Crazy. I think so. But I remember.
cast Louisiana. It's 2000.
What the heck? I just found it. Now I lost it.
remember. I remember how to
Do this criminal operation.
there's book like the last
Well, damn, now I can't find it. Anyway,
the widest.
it's in there somewhere. Him playing Pay Piggy. And then me trying to explain what that meant, right? Pay Piggy, I think, was last year, though, right? So last year was kind of like the year of the hits. You know what I mean? We were dropping hits because it was... Pay Piggy was like the jam of the summer, right? But anyway, if you want to subscribe, right now it's for paid subs. So you can go watch that right there if you want that. So Eddie Bravo's a crazy dude now. It's wild and crazy. Eventually, he tries to convince me of Tartaria, right? So he goes into the Tartaria stuff. Hey, dude, you believe in Tartaria? And infinite lakes or something? I'm like, what? And look, dude, there was a mud flood. I don't know about mud floods. I know about that mud flow. And that's what I got rocking over here with my Clark Griswold cardigan. Shout out to Jamie for a Christmas present. Looking like a damn dad on the internet. Dadcore, which is in, by the way. I didn't even know it was in. I was like, I look like a damn dad. She said, exactly. Dadcore is in. And I said, okay. All right. Okay. I guess now I'm going to have to get some damn New Balance. Oh, wait. I already got 2 pair. New Balance sneakers. Braided belt. What? A fanny pack?
What else did dads got? Dads also used to have mom jeans. You know that? Look, dads would wear mom jeans. As long as it's not 80s dads where I'm showing my balls in some Daisy Duke basketball shorts, right? We're not doing that. So dadcore is decade relevant, right? It's decade specific. So as long as we're talking about, I don't know, 90s dadcore, we'll get an Eddie Bauer shirt or a duck head. Remember duck head shirt? I'm going to get a duck head shirt, a braided belt, some New Balance. I'm going to tuck my duck head shirt into my braided belt. I'm going to have I'll have some Nautica cologne on, right? We're talking dad 1993. What else does dad have? Y'all remember 1993? Some of y'all wasn't even here yet. Some of y'all was in the loins of your father in 1993. Or the loins of your mother, depending upon how you choose to identify. Shout out to non-people. Shout out to my AI. Shout out to my synthoids. Shout out to my sex bots in the audience. Word. Big year for BTC, absolutely. This was a big crypto year. What did I say to do? I remember we had some people in January. I remember I was getting these dumb messages. Bitcoin going to zero. Bitcoin going to zero, dude. Gonna be laughing at your ass, broke. And I was like, oh, really? How about I just accumulate? I'm going to accumulate for the next year straight. Oh, and then we did what? 160 up? 160? Idiots talking about it going to zero. Come on, dude. And again, I'm trying to tell you, like, it's not, but people overthink crypto. That's the other thing. Right? I mean, it does take a lot of ingenuity, and you got to get over the boomer phase of it to figure out what this basically is. But unless you're going to be a day trader or something like that, which I do engage in on the side, you don't really have to spend, it doesn't have to be a freaking job. But I can't give you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know if y'all know that. That's like everybody's YouTube video, every crypto bro video. Not a financial advisor. But this year's crypto is going to be hot. With the Bitcoin spot ETF, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know. And look, it is going to be hot, right? But I get tired of trying to explain this. Because it's, anytime you start talking about it, immediately every know-it-all enters the chat and has to tell you everything about crypto, and then it ends up being why you need some crap coin or something like that. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about crypto, but look, we're going to see 100, 200K Bitcoin next year for sure. Easy. And yeah, we'll have a pullback, but so what? I mean, if you haven't figured out Bitcoin at this point, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're going to be late with all the other Wall Street boomers that are just now figuring out Bitcoin. It's not magic internet money. It's not scams, not fiat. Hunter Vex for $5, he said on the last stream. What would Jesse Ventura's character from Predator say to his liberal son when he served him bugs for dinner after a hard day's work in the sun? I can't say on YouTube what he would say, but you know what it would be. Get back in the fields, maggot. Why are you feeding me maggots when you're a GD maggot? That's what Jesse Ventura from Predator would say. And you know what I mean about maggot. Your boy, $5. Are you saying that you don't believe in alien crafts, or that these alleged crafts are not beings in a physical sense? So I think the phenomena of aliens is black ops, advanced technology. It's not spacecraft. Maybe there's angelic phenomena or demonic phenomena involved too. No, I'm not saying that entities in a physical form is demonic. I don't know where you would get. I'm just saying that there aren't alien entities that evolved on another planet that flew here. That's what I'm saying. I think that's dumb. But thank you for that super chat. Ronin Instruments, $10. Logic and Reason has to be a sketch comedy rap duo. Logic and Reason. Was that a joke I made? Maybe I don't even remember all the jokes I made. I'd like to see Pious Pastor Man. That's what I had when I had this cardigan on. I thought it looked kind of Calvinist. Looked kind of like a Protestant pastor trying to warm you up to give him money. And Boomer Garcia are mainstays. Yeah, I really feel like I wish there was a sketch comedy show, that we could just kind of get all these characters out there in real skits and not just randomly appearing on the streams. Maybe one day. Maybe when Bitcoin goes to the moon. I mean, it already kind of is at the moon, but when it goes to the moons, then maybe we can make, we can just make the content we want to make. You know what I mean? We don't have to sit here begging, pay piggies. Oh, pay piggy. Maybe Dandruff Boy and Box Wine Drunk Mom can be characters. Jamie could play the wine mom, I guess. I'm not playing a woman. But thank you for that. Big fat super chat. Wow, everybody's being so generous. I guess that means you want me to sing again. Quintillion Jamillion Jr., $5. At a Bible study today, somebody said Romans contradicts James 2. Please help. Stop going to Protestant evangelical Bible studies. How's that? So that's point one. Romans 4 is talking about how Jewish ceremonies are not going to make us right with God, and that's not how we enter the church. James 2 is talking about just a notional faith. So it's two different senses of faith. Paul says that we have to have a living faith. So Paul says in Corinthians the same thing that James says in James 2, that dead faith or just a mental notional faith, an idea, is not the same thing as whether you're living it. Kill your TV $1. My parish in Denmark were talking about you at coffee hour. Uh-oh. I was surprised to hear that the ones that had objections were on account of you being too direct to people, which is to say that they said you're too mean. I mean, look, the reality of this is that I don't think it's anything to do ultimately with, it's just that the society is so gynocentric, so feminized, that, to dare to call somebody acting an idiot, they think is mean. And it's not. It's just reality, dude. And everybody who's met me knows that in person, I'm really super nice and fun. Like, all the people who meet me in person will say that. Literally, they always say that. So, but different things are appropriate for different times. And this is another thing people don't understand. Like, people think that Christianity just equals some veneer of being nice. This is not reality. So look, a lot of people are just afraid of saying what they think. A lot of people are wussies. A lot of people are sorry men. And Christianity is just unfortunately full of a lot of just weak, pathetic, feminist people. So I don't know what else to say other than that. In other words, Christianity. BMX 1966, $10. Happy New Year, Jay. Thank you so much, BMX. Long time super chatter, long time listener. Really cool to be with you guys for this adventure, this journey. Some of y'all been here since, remember the days of like 2000 on YouTube? Remember when I had like 2000 and I was too dumb to figure out that YouTube is for videos, even though it says tube and it's a video platform. I was uploading all my audios. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to be a podcaster. Meanwhile, everybody's making videos and getting millions of subscribers. And I'm going to put my audios on YouTube. How come I only have 2,000 subscribers? And then the beloved introduction of what was perfect for me, live streaming. I feel like Chris Tucker in the Fifth Element. You know what I mean? I'm basically like RuPaul mixed with Prince as a live streamer. Remember Chris Tucker in the Fifth Element live streaming? I mean, that's basically me, right? That's me. I mean, I remember when I went to see Fifth Element back in the day in the 90s. And I said, Chris Tucker in a cat suit looking like a damn diva, live streaming. That's what I want to be in the future. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be Chris Tucker from Fifth Element. That's what I said. And now I'm a damn diva wearing dad core shirts, asking y'all for pay piggy money. Here we are. How things come full circle, don't they? Rachel Wilson, $50. Wow, $50. She says, Andrew says, Happy New Year, scumbag. I don't really have an Andrew impression because it's such a kind of just a smoking cigs and drinking beer at the local Michigander bar. But that's my version of some kind of a random guy who basically just wants to have a fight at the bar. So that will suffice for an Andrew impression. I might have to actually work on perfecting an Andrew impression eventually, though. So, but that would require me going back to smoking Virginia Slims or whatever Andrew smokes. Just kidding, just joking. Thank you so much, Rachel. I'm just being silly. May we create much great content together in the year of 2024. Absolutely. I mean, hey, look, when Bitcoin explodes in the next, we're already having parties being up 160%. I mean, imagine when we get 100,000, 200,000 Bitcoin. I mean, it's going to be big parties. And mark my words, it's coming. Bone Man with a big, huge super chat. Wow, 538 says for $110. He says, Goober Coins 2023 ripe knowledge. He's trying to tell me to buy some damn meme coin, some poop coin called Goober Coin. Peas, 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 goober peas. That's an actual song, by the way. Well, I'll tell you what, the $110 of fiat would be a good thing to transfer over into Goober Coin for sure. Just kidding. And then Rachel sends another $50. Wow, you guys are being way too generous. This is crazy. I mean, now I don't even have to do the rest of the stream now. All the money came in at the beginning. I like that a lot better. That makes me ease up. I have more fun on the stream now that the money's coming at the beginning, right? So that's the paycheck right there. That's the paycheck. All that money goes right to the IRS. Jokes on you and me. Jokes on all of us because of the hearse. The hearse pulling your money to you up in a hearse, right? Death and taxes. Happy New Year, Rachel says. Thank you for having me on your channel twice this year and on the 4th hour of AJ. Those were bucket list items for me. Thank you. Give Jamie a hug. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, doing a live event with Jamie Kennedy, that was kind of like, I never think that would happen. So next up, do something with Mr. Sam Hyde. That would be the next kind of, I'd like to do that. I'd like to get on some of these other big podcasts, kind of grow our audience, right? A lot of people have requested me on PBD. Maybe one day. What else? Are there other big podcasts? Well, shit, any podcast, I guess. Any of the big podcasts. I'll take any of them, right? AC, shout out to my boy AC. Says, Jay is mean. That's just an excuse to avoid when he's correct. Hey, return to the Mac. That's what I'm saying. We're going to be checking in. Don't worry, guys. I know just everybody got super generous all of a sudden as we have our New Year's party stream. Woo, 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 woo. The whistles go woo, woo. All you ASMR headphone boys just got destroyed. I'm busting earlobes. I'm busting eardrums from here to Takfir. No, wait, that's not a place. That's a Muslim curse. I'm busting eardrums from here to Bangkok? No, from here to, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to rap tonight. My flow isn't on tonight. Mads Brogger Peterson, $2. I'm currently collecting highlights. You know my Highlights magazine? From hours of streams to upload. Oh, from me? Do you have a blessing to do this? Yeah, please do. I mean, I don't have time to go through all the streams and find all the gold. Because, I mean, let's be honest, all the streams are gold. I mean, seriously, I don't care. Just make a million channels. And because that's the way that was I think the secret to like tape blowing up in 2020, whenever they blew up, right? They had armies of dudes just clipping and uploading their stuff like everywhere. So that seems to be the best way for people to exponentially grow. You don't have to ask me permission, just do it. I mean, unless you're trying to, steal all my shit and do it like that, right? Don't do that. But please clip all day long. I don't care. Evan Schultz, $10. Thank you so much, Evan. Wow. So many generous people. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy Year of the Mac. So this is a mean stream. We're about to go into checking in on our crazy friends on TikTok here in a minute. It's going to be a mean stream. Don't worry. We got to check in on the feminists on TikTok. We got to check in on our female satanic witches on TikTok. We got to check in on the Money Bros, the Starseeds, the DINKS. There's some new DINKS on TikTok. We got to see what they're up to. Right? Having fun. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I just got in the mood. I just felt it. I just felt it. We got to see what's up. Look at all these super chatters. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna cry. Tears of joy. Let's see. The best to rap over. You gotta have a Playboy Cardi type beat.
We're in a new age now. You have to be agile. You have to.
Did y'all get what you wanted for Christmas? By the way, happy fake papal Christmas, all you heretics and schismatics. Because Christmas is January, dummies. Ain't no Christmas in December. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, that's awful. Ugh. Did y'all like the new song? Remember that one? Where's everybody at? Bay's paid Piggy since $25. No, wait a minute. AC since another $5. He says Lofton Coin pays you back in super charitable, hyper nuanced magisterium coins that you can stake on Vatican servers in the process of submitting to the magisterium. I add a little bit to that. Thank you, AC. Bay's paid Piggy since $25. Happy New Year. You were completely vindicated this year about all of the grifters, all the fake and grays, all the goobers in the ortho soy sphere, all the soy men on the channel. Yeah, pretty much. I think you're right. Thank you for that. I'm glad you noticed that. I forgot to mention all the vindications. This 2023 was the year of vindications. Pretty much on every kind of controversial stance that we had, right? We were vindicated on Bitcoin. We were vindicated on people that we said were kind of sus and ridiculous in the debate sphere. How did the debates go in 2023? I mean, we had what, 2 Muslim debates? 2 or 3? I think those went pretty good. Was that the only big debates we had? I think Muslim debates is about all we did in 2023. I mean, big formal debates. So thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, you know how it be. You know how it is. I need an alien to twerk for me. I need an alien to work for me. Constantine, $5. What stocks do you use for day trading? Stocks, dude. Were you fooled by my boomer dad core wear into thinking that I trade stonks? Bro, I'm straight crypto, dog. I ain't in no stonks. I have tried a little bit with stonks. I tried with Tesla. I tried with some energy stocks. I tried with, I don't know, a few other things. I don't remember. I might have bought some MicroStrategy at one point. But with stocks, it's just, so basically in crypto, what happens within like a day or two, it takes a month or two, right? It's like scaled down much quicker. To me, that's, I don't know, I'm a lot better with planning and figuring what's going to happen with crypto within the next day or 2 or 3 and long term, as opposed to slow motion boomer stonk market stuff, which I mean, if I ever hit like big bucks or something, I might diversify and put some of that portfolio into stonks. But I mean, how did Bitcoin perform? I know the life hack. Kristen sent me a life hack to stop with these stupid ads, and I forgot to do that. I kind of like the stream with this sort of smooth Playboy Cardi type beats in the background. I kind of like it. Investing is cringe. Yeah, enjoy being broke, bro. You can be a broke bro. You can be a broke. What do you call a bro with no money? Broke. Enjoy that. I mean, you understand that the whole system is rigged against you with the scam of fiat currency. So actually the only way out of the system is to invest in things that don't go down like fiat does in every country ever where it's ever existed. So the only way out is to beat it with hard assets. Bitcoin is the hardest asset. It's literally the only off-ramp. So, and again, I'm sorry if you guys can't figure that out. I mean, if you're, by the way, for the people that don't like Bitcoin and crypto, you ought to be super rich. That's the only way I'm gonna listen to you. It's like if you're stacking cheddar and you got all this money in the bank because you know so well how all this works, then you should have known how to make money with Bitcoin and get out of it and pass the scam on to other people, right? Because you think it's a Ponzi scheme, I guess. But I guarantee every bro that's a know-it-all about crypto in the chat telling me how wrong and dumb Bitcoin is, even after it keeps being, keeps going up. I guarantee you that's a broke, not a bro. So, where do you see the Latin Church by 2030? Vatican III, headed by an AI cyborg pope. Or, I mean, people don't remember my classic video, right? The Pope of the Future. Where's the Vatican? Where's the church by 2030? Go watch my Pope of the Future video. J Llama 88 sends another $100. Dang, boy. Check out the Ridgecrest Clear Lung Supplement for your cough. Thank you. I've been taking my NAC for the OPP with the CCP and the FSSP and the SSPX. I've been taking my NAC. Thank you. Shout out to all the acronym bros. And it seems to be helping. But thank you so much for that. That's a huge super chat, man. You guys are being so nice. Keep it up. Keep being mean, Jay. We love you, and Jamie. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Jay Llama. He's over there with that furry coat made out of llama hair. I grow llama hair out of the top of my head. Deal with that, wussy. What are you gonna do? You can't stop me. Kill your TV. Sing the intro to Resident Evil. Does Resident Evil have an intro? I did do a Resident Evil themed song that kind of got slept on. Some of the base Chad nerds think that it might actually be the best song I did, but I will let the audience decide. But in case you missed it, British eyes, British thighs, right? Y'all remember that?
T-virus, yeah.
I don't know if people can't hear the lyrics. The T-virus, and the British people had got a damn teeth virus. Ha ha ha, get it? That's my song. British eyes, British thighs. So you want the closest thing to me singing the Resident Evil song, which is not it doesn't have a song, right? Here you go.
I just want to adore you. You got your teeth infected. The T-virus, yeah. I just want to ignore you. It's straight up Anunnaki. Anarchy in my mouth. I just want to adore you. You got your teeth infected. The T-virus, yeah. I just want to ignore you. It's straight up Anunnaki. Anarchy in my mouth. Dental rebellion. Tea and crumpets with the queenie, yeah. What?
All right, yeah. So there's that classic. People kind of slept on that one. It hadn't even hit 10,000 views yet. But this one is inspired by Depeche Mode, obviously, Dyer mode. So you can go watch that there. That's the closest thing to what you're asking for. You only sent $1 anyway, so. Anno Domini, $20. Do you think the alien deception could possibly be a way that the adversary will gather the nations against the saints, according to Revelation 20, verse 1? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't get into the end time speculation stuff because it's such a kind of an evangelical, kooky thing to do. But I don't think we know yet. But I suppose that's possible. This could be the camp of the risen saints where Jesus has prepared a place. So that is the church. So I just think that the camp where the saints have had a place prepared is the Orthodox Church. It's not some, I don't know, evangelical prayer group in Israel. I don't know. Tinfoil Hat Girl, $10. Happy New Year, Jay. I wanted to drop some Usher. Yeah. Is that what you mean, Usher? You want to drop some Usher love in the club? Thank you for bringing Tristan out of hibernation. Yes, I did help liberate Tristan from his fears of the internet and celebritydom. And being a diva, he had retreated from it. He had some trauma damage that he had, mental health he had to overcome. And I talked him out of it. I brought him back, basically, for y'all. So you have me to thank for talking him back into the limelight. And that's another victory, I think, is that we succeeded in both breaking Tristan down with our skills, with our freestyle skills. We basically released 10 hits. Tristan had no hits. So that broke him down, right? He basically wanted to quit the internet. He retired from internet. And then, like a good drill instructor, I came back into his life and I built him back up to what he is now. So he has me to thank for all of that. You all have me to thank for that. So you're welcome. And thank you for all these amazing super chats. Maybe we should check in on our friends over on internets, on TikTok. And I got 2 strikes from TikTok this week because I uploaded a critique of feminism and the Kissinger Depop clip. So apparently you can't even talk about feminism as something bad. And I don't know if it's the AI that flags it. Seems like it probably is because it was flagged pretty quick. Or there's like just a bunch of just goblins on TikTok that are just ready to try to flag my profile, which isn't even that big. Like I can't get TikTok to do anything. So I can't get over like 2,500 followers. So now the live streams on TikTok, people seem to love those, but it's so hard to deal with. I don't know how Jim Bob deals with the idiocy on TikTok, man. It's just it's the next level. But Jim Bob has spent all day in there reasoning with them with his satire characters, which I guess is the only way to do it. Like, there's no other way to do it. It's the, what do you call it? Like the waiting room to hell or something like that. I don't know, but look, we got a lot of friends on TikTok that we've had a lot of fun checking in on. We got our DINKS, we got our feminists, we got our female satanic witches, we got our Starseeds. We're gonna check in on our favorite Starseed bro. Remember him? Organic, whatever his name is, where he talked about your relatives got throwed. Your relatives is not your relatives. Your Starseeds is a real relatives. We're gonna check in on him. We're going to check in on some entrepreneur money bros. We got a lot of people asking me questions. Well, how do I make money? How do I get paid in 2024, dude? I don't want to work or rob a bank. What do I do to get paid? We're going to listen to some of the entrepreneur bros, the money bros on TikTok. They're going to tell us how to get rich. So I'm not a registered financial advisor, but all of the guys on TikTok are. So let's listen to them. I did find some new DINKS. Let's see what we got. A new DINK couple. Now, remember last time the DINK couples, there seemed to be a pattern of fluffy, tubby teddy bear dudes with girls about 4 or 5 points above them. And to me, that suggested, well, maybe they just don't want to have offspring with these doughboys. Doughboy. That sounds like a fat rapper. Hey, dude, you got that new Doughboy track? Hey, dude, you got that new Doughboy track? That shit's fire, bro. Right? Deadpool Kid 12 sends $10. Jay, Happy New Year. Does the power structure ever suffer infighting that might jeopardize the plans? Not necessarily Game of Thrones, but still cause problems. I think there have been factions and there are factions amongst the power structure, but it doesn't seem like the factions fight to a degree that is significant enough to actually cause a threat to the whole system. So it's a good question. I can't think of, because pretty much everybody that comes into the power structure has to sign on to the big plan. The only thing that they might disagree on is the game plans of how to get to the end goals. But they never disagree on the end goals. So, but that's a really good question. Anyway, thank you guys. What's up? We got people just putting letters in the chat. What you talking about? He's trying to do Q drops in the chat with some like boomer decoder rings to decode the Q drops in the chat. I'm joking, by the way. But hey, y'all can talk about whatever you want to now. We got paid tonight already, so we can just clown around now. We already got the paycheck. Tonight's stream is already paid for. Bought and paid, boy. I don't know. What's that dude saying? I just get rid of that dude. Anyway. So let's see what we can decipher from the DINKS over here on this round. Now this chick, she's got like she looks like she might be all right, but she's got like I don't know, she looks like a damn English teacher with bad breath, right? Like she looks like she'd have coffee breath trying to correct you on your pronouns. You know what I mean? But I mean, see, you touch this thing and it goes nuts. I hate this. This drives me crazy.
We're dinks.
She's all right though. Let's see what their reasoning is.
Go on 10 vacations a year.
We're dinks. We spend our
10 vacations a year? 10? I mean, what? How many things can you do? I mean, when you go on a vacation, there's not that many things you can do. You can go sightseeing, you can eat out, and you can go to the beach. Or some other thing like skiing or something. I mean, there's not... Who actually needs 10 vacations in a year, though? That's actually seems kind of... Maybe they're making fun of dinks. I don't know. Maybe this is trolling.
disposable income on fun stuff, like boats.
We're dinks. We spend 4 hours a day on our favorite hobbies.
We're dinks. We get 8 hours of sleep at night.
But y'all can't figure out how to shoot a damn TikTok video without the wind blowing. I think I can't tell if they're joking or not. 4 hours on their hobbies every day?
We're dinkwads. Everything's cheaper because we split everything in half. We're dinkwads.
All right, so once again, I mean, she ain't no 10. She's a...
We bought a condom together.
I don't know, they're about the same. They're about equal. That guy's kind of... That dude looks like goober version of Roosh. Like if Roosh shaved his beard and added about 40% goober, if you get this dude. And he can't even talk to where we can hear him. Take your ear pods out, dummy. We can't hear you. With his stupid ass iWatch. And why do they each have their own dogs, or are they just switching the dog back and forth between?
Dinkwads. We got a dog because they're cute and
You just touch this thing. You touch this thing and it goes nuts. It drives me crazy. We already covered them. Now, half of this is people trying to talk about making drinks. Because TikTok thinks that when I put dinks, I want drinks. No, I want dinks. So I'm trying to find... Here we go. No, we already did them last time. I found a section where it was new ones. That's what I'm looking for. Is this a new one? I don't think we've seen them.
Sparked a backlash after opening up about it.
Yeah, we saw them. That's that Doughboy. Drunk talk? No, we're not looking for drunk talk. Now, by the way, if you're a dink, you will end up on drunk talk because you're going to be a wine mom. So that's the end goal of where you end up. Let's see what this one's about.
First, it's a Saturday night.
I don't get it. What's with people on TikTok just talking over songs? It's just so stupid. I don't get it.
First.
So I can't even get this other one to come up. Uh-oh. Is she the one that sets us? I think we did her last time, right? Yeah, because the husband does the cooking. Countdown to when they divorce. Dink couples. Here we go.
Here are 5 reasons that my husband and I decided not to have children. We are not against parents, by the way. Like, I truly believe you can have...
Ugh, what is she doing? Peeling freaking blackheads off of her forehead in the... She's using Biore as she's going to tell us her moral life lessons?
Fulfilled, wealthy, wholesome
what in the
life.
hell?
You can have everything and have kids. We're not saying that. I look at my friends with kids and I'm like...
Oh, she's ripping off her unibrow. She's like Liam Gallagher over here, right? Champagne supernova, wine mom, ripping off her unibrow.
You know, you're doing an incredible job. It's just not for us for the following reasons. Firstly, it is so expensive. Honestly, like...
Well, how much do you spend on makeup, first of all? And are you trying to live in some stupid-ass, like, metropolis where the rent's like $7,000 a week?
It's hard enough to afford...
It just starts over.
You ever look at your face and you're like, I'm tired of it. I want a different one. You ever look at your face...
Is this Jenna Marbles? Does she still exist? Remember her? And then they canceled her over some stupid joke. Remember that? All right, let's see. I want dinks, not drinks. This is so stupid. Maybe I need to put in dink talk. Is that what I did last time? Dink life. Let's try that. Hashtag Dink Live. Oh, here we go.
Making my nieces and nephews Easter basket. I just put their names on. Decided to do these cute little activity trays because I feel like they'll be able to use these. And my idea is to flip it upside down and then stuff things here. These giant coloring books that I want.
Okay, so she's like, she's explaining how much fun she's having making presents for everyone else's kids. So she's like, brought to you by my dual income, no kid life. And here she is wishing that she had kids deep down, making presents for other people's kids. This is weird. Here we go. Here's some more of these chicks.
Day in the life of your favorite double income, no kids, queer couple. Birthday edition. It is June 7th and we are celebrating DINKS' 42nd year of existence. But wait. Maybe I'll hand the mic over to her for...
They're celebrating DINKS' 42nd year of existence like it's a Gen Z person or a millennial. What? Oh my gosh. You just touch this thing and this is so... The way this thing works is awful. It drives me crazy. Can't watch these freaking videos. So another gay couple? I don't get it. So the gay couples are celebrating the Dink lifestyle?
Should shut the fuck up, back the fuck off, and let this woman just shine her light. These people should shut the fuck up.
Oh, she's putting it right up the poop chute of the patriarchy. She's like, take that, patriarchy. I'm doing what I want. So these people actually think that having boundaries and limitations at all is an oppression of the patriarchy. Imagine being so silly and so stupid to think that any kind of boundary or moral limitation or standards is oppression of the patriarchy. Free birth control.
This video is free birth control. May I present to you a sick day when you have no kids? If you don't know who I am, I'm the internet's resident child-free influencer, here to show you what life looks like without kids. Kind of like the opposite of a
The internet's child-free influencer.
mommy blogger. I'm sick today and I'm...
Also, of course, she believes the narrative. She's got her mask on. She's wearing men's work jeans.
without kids. Kind of like the opposite of a mom.
She's fixing freaking lattes for her soy man laying in the bed with his... Like he's got some Jergens lotion right by the bed. And what else has he got? Old Spice? Old Spice. Is she dating a boomer? Who uses
May
Old
I
Spice?
present to you a sick day when you have no kids? If you don't know who I am, I'm the internet's resident child-free influencer, here to show you what life looks like without kids. Kind of like the opposite of a mommy blogger. I'm sick today and I'm starting to catch it too, so today we're taking a sick day. A day where we do whatever we feel like doing with absolute...
Whatever we feel like doing, which translates into...
This wasn't the first time any...
You just touch this thing and it moves. It's crazy. Which means going to Target, Costco... it's always the same thing. You notice that, like the people that tout this, they're going about their day to do what they want is going and eating at Costco, shopping at Target, Walgreens, like Fortune 100,
This
just
video
trash.
is free birth control.
So these are the perfect creations of the corporations, the mindless, rootless corporate consumer. And here's the crazy thing. It's all just sterility. Have you noticed that? It's the whole goal of it is you as sterile. That's it.
To you a sick day
And sterility is a form of death. It's a form of the death cult, right?
when you have no kids. If you don't know who I am, I'm the internet's resident child-free influencer, here to show you what life looks like without kids. Kind of like the opposite of a mommy vlogger. Jack is sick today and I'm starting to catch it too, so today we're taking a sick day. A day where we do whatever we feel like doing.
Wait, so she's
with
wearing a
absolutely
mask
no
because she's getting
except
sick.
for feeling
Look
better.
at all this
I'm
junk
letting Zach
food.
sleep in as long as he likes while I go out for the first
Fake
and
ass
only
food.
time today to grab some hot soup for lunch as well as a care package so we can stay hydrated and fed. Mendocino Farms has this delicious chicken soup that reminds me of the one my mom made for me when I was sick as a kid.
Laying in bed, watching
freaking
YouTube videos.
TV, slipping in and out of naps.
Of course.
We rest peacefully knowing no one is dependent on us to feed them.
Of course, he's a chunk with a gut, if you notice that. So once again, we see the same patterns here, right? The women just simply don't want to have offspring with the city bugmen that they've married. That's kind of the pattern I'm noticing. Are you noticing that pattern? Because I think that if a non-soyed out, like if an alpha Chad dude showed up in their life, they would leave these dudes for that dude and be all, I'm so ready to have kids. I'm so ready. My biological clock is so ready right now to have kids. All right, so this is all frozen. So I'm going to have to move on. Well, what got us to DINKS? What got us to Skittles? What got us to Transformers? What got us there was, of course, what Rachel points out, feminism. So we haven't checked out our fem friends on TikTok. Let's go check out what the fem friends are up to. Maybe because these are the people that really got us here. The fem girls, the fem friends, feminists, and the witches. Because the witches were the old school magical feminists, right? And the witches prepared they were the feminists of yore. Ye old feminists was the witches. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Blue Skittle sends $5 and says, here's my pay piggy dues. Listen up, y'all. It's the end of the year. Everybody's pay piggy dues are coming in. I'm calling in. Calling in the loans. Time to pay up. But guess what? I'm granting y'all a year of jubilees. No interest on the pay piggy loans that y'all owe me. So if you pay up tonight, no interest. And that's just my good-heartedness. Crocodilius Marsupius, $10, says, will you do an esoteric analysis of video games? I keep forgetting to. I mean, I tried. I did a Resident Evil, and I did a whole stream on it, but it's just hard to do. I'm a huge fan of the new Doom games. The other thing, too, is that most video games are kind of simple in the plot. You know, it's like there's an evil thing. It's taking over the video game world, and here's your quest to defeat the evil boss of the evil thing and bring happiness to the video game world. It's like every video game is the same, right? So you make a good point, though, that a lot of them are very Gnostic. You said most people think that Doom is a Christian game, but the leader of the demons has nothing to do with Christianity. It's the same story. It's like you're saying it's Gnostic. It's against the material world because the demons create the material world in Doom. I didn't know that. But I think you're going to find the same thing. You know, like with Final Fantasy, it's kind of Kabbalistic. They're always talking about the Sephiroth and all this kind of stuff. Kill Your TV, $3. 2022, I was in the same city in the Polish city that Roosh wrote his book. I was doing the same thing that Roosh did, only to find orthodoxy half a year later after I had a life crisis. And Roosh didn't have anything to do with it. It's the same story. Coincidence? That's interesting. Yeah, that's providence, I guess. Mango, $5. I noticed a pattern of men that got vasectomies as their version of birth control. Even some Christians do this. Do you have any thoughts on how to combat this? Yeah, I think if you're Orthodox, you can't get a vasectomy. So is this just them trying to depopulate ultimately? Yeah, I think so. I think it's just another version of a birth control. It's all based on the idea that, right, the population is killing the earth and all this stuff. And then what they do is they utilize all these technologies of revolution like feminism to achieve these ends, which they have been very successful in. Right? I mean, it's dangerous to get married. It's dangerous to get married inside the church. How much more outside the church, right? Everybody's going to have struggles. And even people in the church, their marriages fail a lot too. Sure. But your best hope is at least finding a girl in the church. You know what I mean? That's your only hope. Pretty much.
This is a PSA to all women to stop apologizing for existing. I don't know how many times I used to walk into a room with my shoulders hunched over, face plastered with a smile, dripping sweet.
Wait a minute. I mean, unless you're some like radical MGTOW dude or something, like who is making women apologize for existing? Have you ever? Hey, you with the vajayjay, why do you exist? It's just weird. It doesn't even make any sense. And then you got all these women. Let's look at the chats. Say it louder, girl, for the people in the back. Girl, you are stunning. I'm laying on the couch, and this made me want to scream at guys on the street. What? The saddest thing is that in the New World Order, women have just lost their minds. They're just crazy. That's the part. That's the sad part, right?
PSA to all women to stop apologizing for existing.
When are women having to apologize for existing, first of all? And by the way, all of these same people believe in abortion for their youth. So they're actually the ones saying that women shouldn't exist. How many more women would exist if all these women had not had, in the last few decades, abortions? So actually, they're the ones that have participated in getting rid of more women. So, but they're making TikTok videos about how they have to... Why do I have to apologize for existing? What are you even talking about? Just made up nonsense.
PSA to all women to stop apologizing for existing. I don't know how many times I used to walk into a room with my shoulders hunched over, face plastered with a smile, dripping sweetness, hoping that no one would call me a bitch simply for taking up space in their vicinity.
Who is randomly calling you, right, a decent-looking Asian woman, just out of nowhere, just calling you a bitch? There's no dudes that are just calling you a bitch out of nowhere. Just made up, just creating drama out of her head, right? And by the way, who bought you that big-ass ring you're wearing?
Sound angry today, it's because I am, because I just heard a story where a woman wasn't allowed into an establishment because she was considered too type A by the powers that be. And while I don't...
She read a story. Oh, really? What, a creepypasta? What are you talking? I read a story one time where a woman wasn't allowed in an establishment. Was she drunk? Trying to get in a bar? Was it the that mofo ain't real woman on the airplane? I mean, what? I bet you this isn't even a real story.
I don't know anything about this place or this woman. That description alone is infuriating.
She doesn't know anything about this place or the woman. In other words, don't even know this is a real story. It's probably just a bullshit story. But that story enraged her. The comments are just as funny as her. This is one of the most powerful speakers I've ever heard. What?
Because if you read between the lines, saying that a woman is too type A is basically a euphemism for saying that you think she's a bitch for having a mouth and not being afraid to use it when you disrespect her. And it's so funny that straight men don't get denied entry anywhere for being too type A, because guess what? It's not a bad...
Wait, straight men don't? So now this has turned into a Skittles thing.
trait. It's only a...
I guarantee you that whoever she got that giant diamond ring from is he's over there. He's over there in the corner. He's thinking, what did I do? What did I do?
Bad trait when you attach it to a woman's personality because you think it makes her more difficult to control. And all of this stems from a time when women were...
You know, one thing I've noticed about the attitude... This is what we're talking about in the Tristan stream. The Stepford Wives stream. Have you noticed that when the Stepford Wives women were complaining about what the men are up to in the patriarchal mind control, they explained that they had figured out the psyche of men. And for them, it's all about power and control. And she's saying the same thing. And this is a narrative that runs pretty consistently through probably most feminist accounts of what's going on and what's going down. And the funny thing is that I think that they don't understand the way that men think, obviously, but they project the way that they think the world is organized by pure power and control. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with nature and metaphysics, ontology, and logic. Yes, please. Thank you. That it only has to do with, like, Nietzschean just cunning and power relations. It's all power oppressor narratives in their mind. No, maybe it has to do with nature and telos, purpose. Like how you're fitted biologically and physically. And how you're different from a guy. And how men are built to lead. And women are not built to lead. Right? Maybe it has to do with those things. But they're actually raging, and as they rage, you can see what they think we're up to. And it's just not accurate. It's way off. Because they're not able to understand. It's like when Paul looks at Reverend Gaius Mohim and he's like, I was at the place where you can't go. She cowers back because they just can't grasp metaphysics and ontology. Now, some women can. I'm not saying all women can't, but you have to kind of, that's the exception to the rule. And it's not a problem because we don't need women to be like men. So it's more so about objective principles in the world and metaphysics than it is about power oppressor dynamics. But they actually have a kind of a Nietzschean view, ironically, which is that everything is just power oppressor dynamics, which is bizarre. But if this were true, then the most ruthless tyrant would be the best engineer in the world, wouldn't he? Right? Because if it's all power oppressor dynamics, then the ruthless tyrant is the one that makes truth, makes reality. But, of course, we all, in our sphere, we know that's not true. Power, from a political or socio-political, economic perspective, whatever, that doesn't make reality. But these people have the mindset of the party, right? Like when O'Brien is talking to Winston, and O'Brien says, the party makes reality. It doesn't matter if in actuality the sky is blue. If the party says the sky is black, then it's black because the party is in power. It dictates reality in metaphysics. There is no reality in metaphysics outside of what the party says. And Winston says, but there is, because 2 + 2 is 4, regardless of what you say. And O'Brien says, it doesn't matter. That's an irrelevant question because it doesn't matter what you think about metaphysics and objective reality. It doesn't even matter what objective reality might actually be because you're not in power. But that's how these people think. They think that, and it goes along with relativism and subjectivism, right? And narcissism, all those things kind of go together in that worldview. Truth is just simply whatever the power structure says.
Literally property, but wake up and smell the freaking roses because women aren't property anymore. Women have jobs, women own property, and women know that you can be kind without being obsequious, and that it's not a woman's job.
Oh, big words. Obsequious. Damn, son. Damn.
Make you feel comfortable in her presence, because if you feel uncomfortable that a woman is standing in front of you without a saccharine smile on, then that says more about you than it does her. Ladies, free your...
Maybe you're just being bitchy. I mean, you're like maybe this is an inappropriate situation, right? Like maybe sass talking somebody in an inappropriate situation is the, again, she already admitted she don't even know this story is true, that has enraged her, that she read about. She read a Reddit story, it's enraged her. And she said, I don't even know if it's true.
Selves from having to make everything okay, because everything is not okay. You don't have to make things okay for another person just because they're insecure about themselves. So the next time...
She's like Mao's wife, right? Like Mao was over there like, yeah, revolution. And he's looking over here at this chick, right? Like Mao's wife isn't doing this over here in the mirror. And then Mao's over there like... Mao started to rethink that revolution after he saw this, right? Thank you. Appreciate that. Jamie? Everyone says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Jamie says Happy New Year, everybody. She will be live streaming tomorrow, she says.
I'm not a feminist. I can see men and I don't immediately feel threatened. I'm not a feminist. And then people ask me if I'm actually a woman. I'm not a feminist. I can wear dresses and feel pretty. I'm not a feminist. I can see men and I don't immediately feel threatened. I'm not a feminist. And then people ask me if I'm actually a woman. I'm not a feminist. I can wear dresses and feel pretty.
I don't get it. Did you see that the dude in the background filming? Look at the dude in the mirror filming.
I'm not a feminist.
Look at that goober in the background filming.
Yeah, let me go with you to the shopping center, and I'll make the TikTok video. Let me film you in the background.
This video doesn't even make sense.
Thank you. I'm not a feminist. I don't hate children. I'm not a feminist. I would watch this video and I wouldn't be offended. I'm not a feminist. I can actually cook. I'm not a feminist. I can see men.
Oh, this is kind of like anti-feminist. Okay. All right, we'll let that one slide.
If men can't control themselves, seeing women in skirts, who let them control whole countries? If men can't control themselves, seeing women in skirts, who let them control whole countries?
I'm not even going to reply to that.
Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define this?
Misogynistic.
Misogyny.
How would you define it?
What?
Silence.
How do you? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Is she crying? So again, the population has been completely indoctrinated and brainwashed, y'all. What I mean.
I have 7 brothers, and I was the only girl. I always had to fight for a place at the table.
Well, you're not the only girl at the table anymore. We work in a police force full of dudes. We gotta have each other's backs, okay?
Right. The dudes are all conspiring. It's weird because you're not supposed to believe in conspiracies. There's no conspiracy theories, right? But every time I hear feminists describing the way they think, it's a vast paranoid like conspiracy. Like the men are conspiring to take us down. They're always like freaking out about a vast conspiracy. But the same people believe that I'm not into like conspiracies or whatever, right?
What do you think on feminism?
I don't support feminism.
Why not?
Because I think for a woman it's very important to be with a man. First of all, human is human. And second, I was born and raised in a country where women love men. And we
Yeah, so she's actually from a somewhat normal, healthy country that's not completely indoctrinated by complete garbage. Alright. Oh, so this chick's saying that, look how misogynist the Halloween costumes are for women. So I can't. The ones that have the music will ding it. It's not even. There's no point.
Why would you see my life as privileged?
For one, you're a man.
You know, most people commit suicide are men. Most people who work in dangerous workplaces are men. Most people fighting war are men.
And who set that system up?
Is that one that Pearl was on? What's up, equal pay? Come on, I want equal pay. I've decided right now I identify as a.
What's your button?
I identify as a feminist right now.
Okay, I'll answer for you since you're gonna not answer. It's 73.
That's fucking rude. And very presumptuous of you. Why is it rude if body count doesn't matter? But I could say that yours is probably 2.
It does, so mine is 2?
Yeah.
What's your body count?
Oh, she owned him. She said his body count was -2. Which would mean that he got, how do you go into, like, he's been with himself twice? What does that mean?
I have a serious question. Do you think it's possible for a woman to remain fully expanded, taking up all her space, have all her needs met, none of her needs are...
Yeah, we're going to pass on that. Fully expanded, taking up all of her space. What? So this stupid website just basically doesn't work. It's flipping out. Billie Eilish, Feminism. We're going to pass on that. See what this chick's...
Topeka popularized Bimbo feminism on TikTok. She
Bimbo Feminism on TikTok.
presented herself as the dumb blonde caricature and reinvented it as female empowerment.
Oh, owned. Oh, dudes just got owned. Every dude just got owned. Right now. Boom.
This reclamation of the bimbo, in her words, a woman who is a radical leftist but also really sexy and hot, doesn't work because it cannot decide if it is satirization or reclamation. And it fails on both accounts.
Big words. Damn, girl, big words. She's got 500,000 views on this.
Bimbo could have worked.
Of course, yes, I agree with Kristen that probably a lot of these TikTok stats are not legit.
Of what men perceive women to be, especially women who, like Chrissy, are white, conventionally attractive women.
Oh, and it's always white chicks saying this crap too, right?
Nevertheless, satirization only works if there is an undercurrent of irony. If
so
she
smart.
calls herself
Smart.
And you can tell that she is secretly intelligent.
It's like Tristan said on our stream, right? Like, dumb people think that if you say smart a lot and you try to sound that smart people are smart because they're good at sounding smart and coming off as smart. That's what dumb people think smart is, and so they try to act smart like this chick.
Too literally to be satire. Like,
you single-handedly made me rethink what kind of a feminist I am, because she was just a trad femme. But now she's thinking that she could be bimbo femme.
Too literally to be satire. Like, for instance, if we could sense as an audience that even though she calls herself a bimbo and she dresses in stereotypically hyper-feminine attire, that it is gaming the patriarchal system.
You like how the irony of this is that feminism is supposed to be supposedly about equality, fighting oppression, women not having to live according to men's standards. And what are they doing as they debate feminism? They're arguing about the fashion and the femininity. It's like they can never escape being women. And the whole irony of all this is, to use her word, the irony of satirization is that you can just be a woman. There's nothing wrong with being feminine, not trying to do dude stuff. Like, why do you even want to do dude stuff anyway? Dudes can do dude stuff. Women can do women things. I know that's a mind-blowing idea, but pretty much all the history of the world has operated that way. Up until the last century or so. And then here we have mass mental illness, purple-headed freaks everywhere, people losing their minds, people having to, and everybody overlooks the fact that all these people are on meds. Like, this is another huge part of the insanity is people are taking their big pharma pills all the time. And it only furthers their delusions and their craziness. And they act even crazier, especially as they combine it with other drugs like alcohol. So it's just the weirdest part of everything is that people can be convinced to act against their own self-interest. That's the crazy part. Because used to be the Rand Corporation game theory mindset, right, was that they would engineer society on the basis of rational choice theory. People were always choosing their own self-interest. That was the guiding ideology during the Cold War. It goes along with, atomized Enlightenment liberalism and laissez-faire and all that. But it seems like something switched, particularly after, there's certain big key catalyzing events like the 60s countercultural revolution, Roe versus Wade, the rise of third wave feminism, maybe even the Big 9 event, right? Skittles marriage, these big scale events have basically shown that you can go even further than people just simply choosing in their own self-interest. People can be mind controlled to the degree that they will choose against their own self-interest for their own harm. They will harm themselves because they think that they're acting against a perceived oppressor, or that they're acting for their own, quote, liberation. Remember what Tim Leary said, that he couldn't get anybody to do acid until he said that your right to do this is being taken from you by Uncle Sam or whatever. And the same thing with abortion. You just repackage something that's completely destructive to females, to society. Just repackages it as a right that evil right-wingers and theocrats are keeping you from. And then the people will rush headlong into it to their own destruction. That's the crazy part. People can be so deluded and so mind controlled that they will act against their own self-interest, believing that they're achieving liberty. It's just crazy. Caleb Decker, $50. Your channel brought orthodoxy to me. I was just, since then, I've been baptized into Orthodox Church. Hey, that's awesome. Glad to hear that. Christ is born. Much appreciate that. Caleb Decker, thank you so much. Frankie D, $10. Happy New Year's. God bless. Happy New Year's to you. Now, the question is, are you guys going to be trad femmes or bimbo femmes? Because TikTok has popularized bimbo feminism. And by the way, Rachel, I haven't heard Rachel refuting bimbo feminism. Ooh, owned. So you're all just attacking a straw man. You're attacking a straw woman. Why? By the way, why is it a straw man? Oh, I just blew your mind with that.
Instead, it's very much face value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a woman, and I am bad at math. And
oh! Owned. But what if a bimbo feminist with an OnlyFans account does a math problem online? What if a bimbo feminist does a math problem in the nude? Oh! You all just got owned. By the way, all you girls in the chat with false consciousness, you're just buying into the oppression and the false consciousness. What if I, as a male feminist, did a math problem in the nude on my OnlyFans in my yogurt pants, but I was still in the nude, even though I have my yogurt pants on somehow? Maybe I've got see-through yogurt pants on. And you were all objectifying me in the audience. But then I did a fucking math problem in your face. I did a logarithmic chart. And demonstrated a squared plus b squared equals c squared in your face. Then what would you do? Then you would have to rethink the way you judge me.
really hot. And yet it doesn't work as reclamation either, because what are we reclaiming? The white beauty standard that critiques...
Yeah, the white beauty standard? Disgusting. Do you think that because I'm doing math problems in my tights on my OnlyFans that you can objectify me by your white beauty standards, you oppressors in the chat? No. Because I'm a body positive mathematician.
Pekka perfectly fits into.
My forms are geometrically acceptable.
But when she's not satirizing it, and
this is too deep. That's just too deep for me. I gotta. By the way, this chick is lit. This girl is on point. What else is she talking about? She 100,000 followers. 100,000 people are looking to this girl for daily wisdom and guidance. She got 1 million views on her Free Palestine. Okay. Mm-hmm. The pay gap. They love talking about that. They're still bitching about the pay gap. The pay gap. So I was in the workplace maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And I've been in multiple jobs from that 7 years ago to that like 17 years ago time span. So say like the 10 years that I was in the workplace before I entered the twerk place, right? When I was in the workplace, dude, every boss I had was a woman. Every manager, then half the CEOs, and that was 10, 15, 20 years ago. So what are you talking about pay gap? I'm pretty sure a manager makes more than an employee. I'm pretty sure a CEO makes more than a manager. The pay gap. By the way, hadn't this been debunked like 50 million times anyway?
In the eyes of patriarchy, she is also...
She's talking about the pay gap and the patriarchy. Now I done lost the clip.
When a woman strips off her clothes in the eyes of patriarchy, she is also stripped of dignity.
Okay, so she's a classic feminist. She's like, women don't need to be stripping. But wait a minute. You see how slippery slope this stupid thing is, right? So we're going to be revolutionaries. We're going to be achieving total liberation, according to the revolutionary faith. Fire in the minds of women. We're going to achieve total liberation. But now, wait a minute. Does that mean liberation in every sense? Because Marquis de Sade seemed to think so. Crowley seemed to think so, right? So, does liberation mean that I can go be a scrippa? Or does it mean being a CEO? Uh-oh. Contradiction within my system. I don't know, because I just thought liberation was just a self-evident thing. No, liberation has to have some kind of meaning. Liberation from what? From the patriarchy. But wait a minute. But now you've been objectified by the patriarchy. So it's all a blame game. And we find out that liberation doesn't actually have any meaning whatsoever. And maybe you never thought about the fact that the liberation was there to enslave you. What if liberty is a lie to enslave you? Did you ever think about that? Since you're into big words and satirization.
Per patriarchy, nudity is synonymous with humiliation. Therefore, if a woman is
So you see, now they can't even figure out. Now, wait a minute. So am I being degraded? Or am I being objectified? I remember in one of my college classes, my feminist professor was literally short-circuiting the day that it was brought up whether we should adhere to cultural relativism, which she vehemently believed, and all these people believe in, or whether female circumcision was a practice that should be allowed. And literally all the feminists in the class, and I kept pressing the point that they had no idea what to do. And they even kind of recognized, you could see it on their face, they're recognizing that, oh, maybe this is a contradiction. Because the feminists want to end female circumcision because it's a barbaric, oppressive thing. But they also all believe in total cultural relativism. So one culture can't oppress another culture by saying that they're wrong. It's so stupid. These people are completely brainwashed.
possessed of her clothing, she is in a degraded position. We often talk about gender gaps in wage and domestic labor, but there is another form of gender gap that exists in society.
Scrippas. Hello, excuse me. I'm pretty sure a male scrippa makes a lot less than a female scrippa. Excuse me. Hello, pay gap. All right, that's enough of that. I can't take any more of that. Let's move on to the witches. And these are just the feminists of yesteryear who paved the way for our brave, stunning and brave feminists. Dat Millahunty sends $10 and says, Happy New Year, bro. The coming year, please do more response videos to YouTubers like Rationality Rules. Rationality Rules, dude. Rationality Rules. Who is that? I'm trying to remember who that is. Is that Gnostic dude? Or is that's somebody Gnosis? What's Rationality Rules? Rationality Rules. Rationality Rules. So he's got a beard. Was he got a Lady Baller's a red pill comedy. He looks like a damn. Is he a Viking? Dude trying to be that dude's Viking core. Why I am now a Christian? Is this a joke?
I need to find the best way to learn.
I've never seen this dude.
My take on Ayan Hirsi Ali's article titled Why I Am Now a Christian, and I commented on how her conversion to Christianity very strangely lacks any references to Jesus.
So he's got in the background Roman soldiers, Vikings, Roman SPQR. He should go check out Rome, by the way. You can go see all the graffiti and the stank and the beautiful foreign visitors. You can go check out Rome, see what it's really like.
Very strangely lacks any references to Jesus, the resurrection, inherited sin, any arguments for God's existence, or any instance of personal revelation. Her conviction, it seems, is based entirely on politics, with her thesis...
Oh, I know why he did that. So bald dudes don't want to be bald, right? They wish they had a vibrant, explosive mane like this. These are called Adonis locks, right? But if you're going bald and you got the skin is growing back this way, all the way back to here, well, then you just do a damn Viking mohawk, basically. So that's what he's doing. So this Viking mohawk is really just a way to cover for going bald. And we all know bald internet YouTube people. All the bald YouTubers have a problem with me. Deep down, it's because of the hair, right? Even Tristana, I think the deep-seated hate and anger that Tristan feels for me at times, I think it's just related to these whiskers that grow out of my head. That's what it boils down to. So my answer is to basically just grow these locks down to my bosom, basically. I mean, it's going to be down to here. And they can just sit and seethe all day long. Right? So anyway. So I can already tell you that this dude is... The only way this dude's popular... I've never even seen any of his videos. The only way this dude's popular is because he's got an accent.
Oh, cool. I like his accent. Oh, it's foreign. It's exotic.
Nah, he's just a freaking Euro dweeb. LARPing as a... By the way, why is he's got like Viking stuff and Roman stuff. I'm pretty sure that the barbarians sacked Rome. So maybe you gotta pick a side there, bro.
Being that Christianity is the only way we can fight against China, Putin, Islam, and wokeism. As I also
I don't know where he's going with this video, but it's pretty obvious this chick and her whole operation was always like a psyop, right? Because her whole thing is always just like a neocon. We got to mobilize against the forces of Islam. And she's always probably been just some kind of psyop like that. She's just a neocon psyop, right? So if this dude is right and her book doesn't mention Jesus or anything, and that the only way that we can beat China and Putin,
thesis being
the classic enemies of the neocons, right?
Christianity is the only way we can fight against China, Putin, Islam, and wokeism. As I also
Putin.
noted, it's
Putin.
been hard to make sense of Ali's conversion, but lucky.
So he's just a dang Brit. He's a bog lord, a Brit bog lord, right? Remember bog
For
lord
us,
Dave? This is a Brit
The
lord.
platform that published her article, Unheard, has since published an interview with Ali, wherein she expresses her views. And what we're going to be engaging with is her answer to a great question from the audience. Let's hear it.
I just wonder how you see this sort of role of Christianity fitting in a country where now less than 50% of the population identify as Christian. You have a very large number of non-religious and a very wide range of minority religions. So how would you see this sort of, you said about Christianity being so important, how that fits into civic matters if it's not coerced?
Now, that's an interesting question, right? If over 50% of us in the UK are not Christians, that is, we do not believe that Jesus resurrected, and that the number of us non-believers are increasing, then how is it precisely that Ali expects Christianity to be the only hope of this country moving forward? And how can Christianity play a central role in civic matters without it being forced upon us?
I think if you define Christianity in its narrowest sense, people who accept Jesus Christ, who attend church, etc.
Anyway, this looks incredibly boring, and I mean, so what is his model? Like, he reacts to neocons? I mean, straight men don't exist. Science of sex and gender. I like how all these guys that are like they're like the new instantiation of like Dawkins and Dennett and Hitchens. Like they think they're all edgy, right? And he's got to he basically has to spend time debunking Daily Wire. Oh my god, this sounds like super boring. But why are you even wasting your time watching this stuff, dude? This looks Reddit tier. Come on.
Go into the fold and
I guarantee you, Rationality Rules couldn't give me a coherent definition of what rationality is. I guarantee you that.
It's an article, Why I Am Now a Christian. Ayaan Hirsi Ali quoted a very common line often attributed to G.K. Chesterton.
He's really into this.
To warn us against particularly woke agendas. The God hole, left by the retreat of the church, has merely been filled by a jumble of irrational quasi-religious dogma. This, she insists, has turned the words of Chesterton into a prophecy. When men choose not to believe in God, they do not thereafter believe in nothing. They then become capable of believing.
Well, I actually agree with this Chesterton quote. So let's see where... This will be a good transition over to our atheist bros on TikTok. Because we got one kid he's got a vast bunch of equations on a whiteboard behind him, and it's very intimidating. And so he's probably going to prove atheism. He does have a lot of math problems behind him. So this will be a good transition. Do y'all want to do the witches next or the atheists? So we already lost like 100 people playing this boring ass atheist video.
In anything. This quote is very popular among theists, and so it deserves a response. And whenever I hear this line, I'm reminded of Isaac Asimov's perspective. And so let's hear his wisdom.
God is dead. Everything is permitted. That's what scares them.
Well, on the contrary, that assumes that human beings have no feeling about what is right and wrong.
Now that is a subtle and brilliant insight. Asimov has highlighted that this perspective, this quote, presupposes the absence of a moral framework without belief, specifically belief in a supreme being. Chesterton's assertion implies that belief in God provides a moral framework and basis for discerning truth.
It does.
Without this, he insists, we can, and indeed will, believe anything. But here's the thing. Most theists, including those that express this prophecy, will attribute the good deeds and moral acts of atheists to the supposed fact that we have goodness written on our hearts by God. Put another way, most theists claim that when atheists act morally, we're acting according to God's moral laws. We just don't know it. But as Asimov has highlighted, there's tension here. If, as Chesterton's words entail, morality is a product of what we believe, then trivially, atheists can believe anything. But if morality is written on our heart, if it's within us, then trivially we can't believe in anything because we're already subconsciously committed to a standard of good. No matter what we believe, we can't contradict the laws on our heart. So which is it?
Oh, wow. So that's what this guy thinks is a worthy of a video to respond. Let's see. 41,000 atheists thought this was a really good argument. So basically the idea here is Chesterton's a statement that is prophetic to say that if men don't believe in God, they'll believe in anything, contradicts the Christian claim that an atheist can do morally good or bad actions based on the law of God written on his heart. So this is the lack of context and nuance that these people have. First of all, Chesterton is speaking in a literary work about where men can go in their beliefs, right? So the fact that you have the law of God on your heart, you have a moral law within you, it still doesn't mean that you can't go off into believing any kind of insanity out there. Of course you can. And the point is that without a foundation, without a grounding, you are much more likely to wander off into weird cult beliefs and so forth. That's the point. So it's not even understanding the senses of the word, trying to find like a contradiction in somebody speaking in a literary sense, as if that's a formal argument. I mean, this is like, I'm not trying to be mean to you, dude, but like this level of argumentation, it's like, it's not even worth replying. Maybe it is worth replying to because like most people are thinking along these lines. So maybe it is worth replying to. Because I mean, he's got, double the subscribers and more than I've got. So I guess this is what people think is, this is smart. That guy, he's got some smart videos. That's a smart video right there. But this is just like, let's see, we've got professors. He argues against C.S. Lewis. That might be interesting. Oh, he called out Richard Dawkins. Oh, edgy. Look at this smug face he's got right here. Gender ideology. It's like this. That's like the smuggest face. Atheists talk about evangelicals and people being smug, and they are. But the atheists are just as smug. Yeah. All right. So this looks like a total waste of time. You better reply to that dude. It is. I guess it is worth replying to that type of stuff though, because like most people are following those kinds of arguments. 1111 tactical $5. I can confirm that doom is actually fake and gray. It's Gnostic. I'm a former Catholic who went to my first Antiochian liturgy in Yuma because of you. God bless you, Senor Dyer. Hey, there we go. Trad cats making their way over to authentic Christianity. Direnetics, $3. Happy New Year, Jay. His better half. Oh, he's bringing in the boomer jokes. Oh, my better. That's $3 ago is my better half. By the way, nice sweater. Did you get that with a bowl of soup? Caddy smack. So that's a boomer joke right there. 2 boomer jokes for 1. Brandon, Vancouver, $10. Vancouver. Happy New Year's. Did you see Ashton Forbes on AJ? Ashton Forbes. Talking about the missing MH370 plane. I did watch that. Compelling. Curious about your thoughts. I mean, I don't know that guy. I'm not trying to be mean. But it just seemed like really outlandish portals, dimensions. I mean, to me that seems outlandish. So I'm not knocking that guy. I'm just saying. Listen, we got to see this TikTok. We were talking about atheists. Look at the math problems on the board of this dude. Look at all that math back there. Look at all that math. So, hey, he's going to set us straight. We've been wrong.
I'm not an atheist.
We've been listening to crazy fanaticism. It's time to bow to the God of reason. Even though I guarantee these people will tell you what reason is. They can give an account of it. Look at all that math back there, dude. Look at the math. Does the math intimidate you? let's see why he's... listen, and he's going to do this thing. They love to do this thing where it's like, I'm not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. Which means... And they love to define the word for you. They do this all the time. It's like, actually, the word atheist just means there is no evidence for a God. So I don't actually know if there is or isn't a God. It's simply a statement that I don't have sufficient evidence for a God. They love to do this.
Because I want to sin. I'm not an atheist because I had a bad childhood. I'm not an atheist because I hate God. I'm an atheist simply for the sole reason that I don't think the theistic worldview... I'm not an atheist because I want to sin. I'm not an atheist because I had a bad childhood. I'm not an atheist because I hate God. I'm an atheist simply for the sole reason that I don't think the theistic worldview explains the world around us very well. Sure, science and atheism...
Interesting, because that's the very thing that Tag would demolish, isn't it? He talks about an atheist worldview. Wow, we love to talk worldviews. And I don't think you want to go in the direction of worldviews. But he said the theistic worldview doesn't account for the world around us, but the atheist worldview... What? I don't think the president of the math club over here knows what he's talking about philosophically.
...don't explain everything, but I'd rather believe in an incomplete worldview that explains things very well than a complete worldview which I think doesn't explain things very well.
If the worldview is incomplete, then how do we know that it provides explanation at all? And what does it mean to provide explanation? So again, basically, the assumption is that the world isn't fallen. That's the first. Did you notice that? Because he said the theist worldview doesn't explain the world around us. Well, if the world's fallen, it does. And that's part of the theist narrative and explanation. But you'll notice that none of the things that he stated actually were arguments, right? So he just asserted the motivations for his atheism, but didn't actually provide an argument. So let's see if he's got some other zingers here. Science, Big Bang.
In order to be an intellectually honest atheist...
I like how he does every video with the math problems on the whiteboard behind him.
It's a good thing to have an idea of what exactly would have to be the case for you to believe in the existence of God. If there's nothing that would ever have made you believe, if there's no way that the world could have been that would have suggested at least the possibility of the existence of God, then I think, in my opinion, you're being closed-minded. So, in this next series of videos, I'm going to be going through a selection of things which, if they were true, would convince me, or at least would provide some good evidence for the existence of God. And since these things in fact turn out not to be true, there are large reasons why the multiverse is a far better solution to fine-tuning
Satanic.
What comes to mind when you envision a stereotypical image of a witch? A woman, right? In this video, I'm going to pinpoint the exact year that this stereotype began and explain how all this misogynist bull came from just a few traveling preachers. The timeline for the European witch trials was surprisingly long. It ran from 1350 till 1750. That is 400 years of fear and hate. Because the trials spanned so many years and so many areas, there have been scores of historians over the past 200 years who've weighed in, analyzing how this horror happened. The trials have been called the witch hunts, the witch craze, or just more bluntly, the woman hunt. But what caused all this? Was it famine and economic crisis brought on by the Little Ice Age? Or was it the changing and uncertain role of women in these new urbanized areas? Or was it the combination of the Black Death and the 100 Years' War that together made people feel that God had forsaken them? Well, all of these points are valid, and they all played a role to some extent. But what really stands out when you study the witch trials are the stark demographics. What comes to mind when you envision a stereotypical image of the 21st century rejected this idea that it was a woman hunt, saying, well, misogyny had been right for millennia. What exactly happened then? It wasn't enough to account for what happened. And okay.
Some people play.
We just wanted a damn barbecue. I don't know. So that this button doesn't always work is the problem here. So you didn't miss anything because this chick was just saying that there were no witch trials about witches. It's just people wanted to cook women. That's it. The oppressive Puritan patriarchy just wanted to cook a bunch of bitches. I just want a damn bitch barbecue. It's time to cook some witch. Just say they're witches, dude. That's it. That's all you missed. And my audio is all effed up. This chick said, oh, I worship the devil. And that was it. So I'm trying to find like the reasoning here. So somebody explain to me why I'm supposed to believe this.
French class, because honestly, a lot of the good texts haven't been translated from French. Also, if you take Hebrew, pay attention there. If you take any like Scandinavian language, pay attention there. A lot of good academic materials.
What? All this stuff, by the way, is super cringe, just idiot crap, dude. You know all this, like, pop Satanism, which is all over, like, all these people, they're converting to this. They're becoming witches and Satanists because they're completely idiotic.
We're not devil worshippers.
That's what it results in. That's the root of it. But look, it's growing. The horde of dumb zombies is growing by the day. You understand? We can make fun of it, but it's not going away, dude. Everybody in this age group thinks that they're going to be a witch. I
love this.
They all look like this too, by the way. Yeah, the devil cares about you. Yeah. I'm trying to find somebody to give me good reasons why this is a thing. So she's calling this a satanic ritual. I mean, this is it looks like Extinction Rebellion. And they're lamenting the death of a koala bear. I mean, and then you got this evangelical girl. I mean, the evangelicals are just as goofy as the Satanists. Oh, single mom, of course. Single mom, evangelical girl. Daughter of the Most High. Anytime you see, like when you see a profile and it's a single mom, I can like automatically, I know it's going to say, Daughter of the Most High. All right, enough of the satanic witches. Do y'all want to check in on... Maybe we've been too hardcore with our witchcraft approach. Maybe we need to ease up a little bit and make some money. Y'all want to make some money in 2024? Y'all want to get paid in 2024 with my money bros, my entrepreneur bros? Or do y'all want to raise your consciousness with the Starseeds? So look, what... You want to have low vibration consciousness getting paid? Or do y'all want high vibration consciousness getting laid by the universe? That's what I'm talking about, getting laid by Gaia. Getting laid with Mother Earth. So we could go Starseed or we could go money, bro. What y'all want? What do you want? You want to get paid? And yes, I know the freaking button... It's hard to explain. When there's a bunch of things going on, you can hit the mute button and it doesn't work. And then sometimes when you hit unmute, it doesn't actually work. So the last 3 super chats were, you were muted, dummy. I know. I realized that. Thank you. The Devil, Unmute, and Dan R. all said, you're a tard. You are muted. You're an idiot. Unmute. Satan is, the Devil said for $3. Satan's punishing you for going after the witches. Damn, boy. By the way, everybody wants Starseed. Nobody wants to get paid in 2024. Look at all these money bros. The money bros all look the same too, by the way. How come all the money bros have got stupid baseball hats? But hey, I'm a slave to my pay piggies. Everybody wants Starseeds. All right, let's see what the Starseeds are up to. Now let's see this. We got a brother right here. This Starseed right here, he goes hard. Right? You might think a Starseed, he's soft. You might think a Starseed is gonna, I don't know, bake me a brownie or something. A Starseed is gonna squirt me with a squirt bottle that mildly smells good. You know, something like that. Right? He's gonna be talking about essential oils. Right? Sometimes a starseed go hard, bro. Because you could have a starseed that got throwed to the ghetto and just grows up in a hard knock life. Like Jay-Z talked about.
10 signs that you are a Lyran starseed.
But I need the signs that I'm a Lyran starseed. Right?
Number one.
You got a
number one
old AI image of a grandma.
Number one, you have an old soul.
Your soul look like my grandma.
You love everything that has to do with knowledge, wisdom, and truth.
Do you love what have to do with knowledge though?
Boy Huey, conspiracy theorist, and you love to read a lot of books.
And you do your TikTok videos nude, brother. What? Put some clothes on, dog.
You probably were very thoughtful.
Somebody get this man a dad core coat. This man needs a dad coat like I got. Doing his TikTok videos in his whitey tighties.
More introspective.
I'm offended.
Sometimes you think a little too much to the point where you overthink or overanalyze.
You overthink stuff? You a starseed.
You're very good at being optimistic and seeing a bigger picture of things.
You do a lot of math problems like our atheist bro did, right? Math problems on your whiteboard.
Probably also very strange and maladaptive kid growing up.
See, you touch this thing and it goes crazy. Yikes. See, we had some. So here's a starseed single mom right here. Single mom seed. Let's see. Let's see what this chick. This chick looks good. She tells us what's up. When I leave ghetto Earth and I go back to my galaxy.
I did not have fun there. It just, the vibe was bad. Like, everything.
Is this that's like a meme though? That's not her. 144,000 starseeds got it wrong.
Well, I
go.
have just been told in the Akashic Records by Sanat Kumara.
I didn't touch this stupid thing, man. TikTok is just freaking garbage, dude. I hate this thing so much. Let's see what this. Look at this dude.
Oh man, are you ready for this one? I don't think you're ready for this. Let's talk about the Pleiadians.
Oh shit. Look. I can't
man,
pause it.
Are you ready for this one? I don't think you're ready for this. Let's talk about the Pleiadians.
I'm not ready, dude.
So the Pleiadian aliens are a benevolent species of extraterrestrials that do visit Earth quite frequently. And they look similar to humans, actually. But they're 6 to 14 feet.
That's because a human drew the pictures and made it up, dude. That's why.
Tall. These guys are very peaceful. They love humans. And they're transmitting
Billy Meyer. That's freaking X-Files, dude. That's like the pilot of X-Files making fun of the fact that it's a bunch of baloney. By the way, I just did my stream. If you missed it, I was on one of the big Crypto Bro spaces. The Crypto Bros invited me to do a talk yesterday. If you missed it, I'm going to share it with you. Over here on the Bartcoin space. Bartcoin is a meme coin. And the Bartcoin bro said, hey, come do a talk on aliens. Aliens being fake and gray. So we had a good 2-hour-ish talk almost right here. So just in case, you guys can go listen to my fake and graylian talk right there. And it's interesting because they've had some interesting big name people in that space to do talk. They had Stephen Greer, who I disagree with. He did a talk in that space. They had David Icke, Cheetah Uri, did a talk in that space. And then they asked me to come do a talk in that space. So whose mic was on? Was my mic on? I'm confused. Y'all said I was muted. What are you talking about? Anyway, the space alien stuff is just ridiculous, right? But it ties into the Starseeds, because they push the Starseeds push the alien crap. And then we got to go to our favorite, my buddy right here. He's my favorite. What's his name? Organic Like Us. He's the best. Starseed, bro. His Starseed videos are just damn wild, bro. They're just fan fiction out, just next level.
Peace. And a lot of people asked in my last video about the Arcturians about why.
Dude, is this what millennials, Gen Z believes?
This is the
Pleiadian Codex
and what their culture looks like. The Pleiadians have an interesting way of seeing the world.
It's all just a bunch of stupid AI pictures, by the way. If you notice that, like, everybody's idea of all of this, it's all these dumb AI images of, like, it looks like the band Nelson mixed with Star Trek. Like I told the AI, just make those two brothers that look like chicks, Nelson, but combine them with Star Trek. And that's what everybody's Starseed. This is so stupid. Remember Nelson? What was Nelson's song? You get young people don't even know who Nelson is. Nelson, what's that? Nelson was these two twins that looked like chicks. And they had a one-hit wonder. You can't even pull it. Here it is. These two. Look at this. Whoa, dude. Remember Nelson? I was like 10 years old, and this was always on the radio. I'm just trying to figure out what it was. I don't even remember how it goes. Yeah. There she goes. Is that it? Look at them dudes. Whoa. And all the stand-up comedians at the time were just joking that they look like chicks. So maybe Nelson actually Nelson is the source of introducing all of the transformation stuff.
The Pleiadians have an interesting way of seeing the world as their...
This is new age sci-fi. So basically New Agers are getting into sci-fi. That's all this shit is.
Views and cultures very much...
Stop skipping, dude.
Are you a starseed?
I was into my boy's explanation there. Now it's gone. What happened? What the heck? Where my boy at? Here we go. Are you a Lyrian starseed? Is you a Uranus starseed? Yo. You strike me as being very Uranus-like. Now, where's he at? The new Earth is not for everyone. Remember this? Warning.
You will never be able to wake up if you don't understand how you got put to sleep. That's why when people get knowledge, the first thing they say is, wake up.
Damn, dude. He pulling out some damn Beauty and Beast to wake us up. Damn. This is a damn metaphor for you, bro. For your awakening. Anyway, I'm not playing that to get freaking dinged. Starseed. Look, Starseeds. Again, it's just new age sci-fi, bro. That's it. And it's dumb as hell. Where's the other guy? He was the best one. He's gone. Anyway, let's go to our tried and true organic like us. He's got some new videos for us. All right, we just saw his Beauty and the Beast breakdown. He's the best, by the way.
You should never celebrate New Year's if you don't know how the moon works.
Oh, shit, bro. Do you know the moon is a giant machine? You know the moon is a big machine up there? And you don't even know how it works. You trying to celebrate New Year's. All of y'all right now, all of y'all low vibrational frequency people trying to celebrate New Year's don't even know how the moon works. Do you even know how the moon works?
Everyone is doing their New Year.
Dude, first of all, flat moon right here. Do you believe in flat Earth? Do you believe in flat moon?
Resolutions, the moon is doing the same thing. It's hard for people to...
New Year resolution? What's the moon's New Year's resolution? You didn't think about that, did you? Damn. I got to deal with all you low consciousness people out here.
Understand this because they live in a hive mind. Everyone is thinking the same. So when someone think a little different, they call you crazy. They lied to all of...
Unless you are actually just crazy. I mean, that's also a possibility. I mean, you could actually just be crazy, right? We're going to have a full cold moon.
We are going into...
Cold-hearted moon. Like Paula Abdul said. Remember her?
The last full moon of this year. Things are definitely about to change. It's not just any full moon, it's the full moon after Christmas.
Oh,
the
shit.
day after Christmas is Boxing Day. Do you know why they call it Boxing Day? They say Christmas is all about giving, so we give all kind of gifts. But the first gift we gave away was really our... You should never make wish...
Don't blame me, blame TikTok. This stupid ass website is the worst.
In 2024, the whole world will be judged. We are really in karma. Look at the last date of this year.
We are in karma. We about to be judged.
It's a mirror reality. I know a lot of people think they can do things and get away with it, but there's no such thing because karma sees everything. Why you think they keep putting out movies of how the world is going to end? Remember this movie right here?
Damn.
How it ends? Once you read this title, Leave the World Behind, you have to ask yourself, who is being left behind? A lot of people don't want to believe this, but there are some chosen people on this planet. And the chosen ones are the ones that woke up. We are royalty. Same reason why the movie Color Purple.
Oh, bro, he's even tying it into Color Purple. Damn. Purple, royalty, chosen ones. I got to see about the freaking beavers, dude. Beavers.
Tomorrow is the full moon beaver, which means we are going to... It's going to be a new course.
Well, hold up. Did you even know how the moon worked? No. Did you even know about the moon's beaver? No, you didn't. Shut up.
Tomorrow is the full moon beaver, which means we are going into the underworld. Save your energy. What is the matrix? What do it look like? What do it do? The moon is the matrix.
What do it look like? What do it do? Where is the beaver?
Tomorrow is the
That's
full
what
moon
I'm
beaver,
asking.
which means we are going into the underworld.
Hashtag moon beaver.
What is the matrix? What do it look like? What do it do? The moon
What do
is
it do?
the matrix. The moon represents the underworld or hell. So we know
What about the beaver?
And we are going into the full moon.
I was Cape Beckinsale beaver, bro.
To the underworld. The people that control this world, they are deep into the occult because they believe that the universe is a mystery.
What?
The word mystery and my story is the same exact thing. These
Mom.
words are spells. Sometimes the world feel like it's a nightmare.
Bro, where's that beaver part, though? That's why I stayed, was to learn about the beaver, dude. By the way, shout out to Dan R. Excuse me, Dean Lim, too. Have a great 2024, Jay and Jamie. How are we going to have a great 2024 when it's the karmic moon beaver attack? Well, luckily, I'm stacked up in beaver points. I had at least 24 beaver points rolling over from 2023. Do you got beaver points that you had stacked up in 2023? If so, then the beaver points could roll over like your Verizon minutes used to do back in 2007. Then you will not be subject to moon beaver karma. I'm all about that moon beaver. By the way, if you want to escape moon beaver karma, because a lot of y'all ain't got no beavers and never had no beaver, then send the pay piggies. Send them super chat pay piggies right now. And I will cast a spell and remove your beaver karmic moon debt.
Sometimes the world feel like it's a nightmare. That's because the moon is actually programming us at night when we sleep. We are living in the moon or her story or her reality.
Oh, that's that beaver reality. That's why the feminism comes from. Feminism emanates from the moon's beaver, bro.
The moon is the only thing that watches over us at nighttime when we sleep. She been telling us her stories since we was babies.
Hush stories. She been telling us hush stories. Her story or hush stories? I'm just here for the beaver, dude.
She been telling us her stories since we was babies.
Damn.
Don't this look familiar? You ever ask yourself, why do parents put the moon and stars in baby cribs? We only have one mother, and that is the earth. But the moon...
Well, hold up. What about the earth beaver, dude? That's why I'm here. I don't care about earth. Look, I'm here for moon beaver first. If all we got is earth beaver, okay. But tell me about it.
The moon represents the evil stepmother. You ever wonder why Hollywood always get...
What drugs is this doing when he watching these Disney movies? This
is our real
this dude tripping balls watching all the Disney movies. This dude, wow.
This is the evil stepmother.
Oh, damn. Just blow my mind. Just look at all the movie posters.
Only been here since 1770.
But what about the beaver? Was there 1776 moon beaver? Is that what Ben Franklin was after? That freaking old ass moon or that young ass moon beaver?
Don't forget that we are not living in our story. We are living in the mysteries and the stories of the moon. Shit. Women never had periods until the moon came here.
Women never had periods until 1776 when the moon came here. Oh, I see the beaver. I see the beaver connections now. The moon is a beaver. 2024 cosmic karmic endeavor. I'm trying to think of a new song right now.
Women never had periods until the moon came here. If you want to write a story and you want to end it, you have to use a period after each sentence. And this is
oh shit, period, PMS period. The moon is a giant white beaver. The moon is a giant ass white beaver. It arrived in 1776. Ben Franklin was after that old ass moon bitch.
And this is the reason why women get periods. Because the full moon represents the end of a sentence. So you have to put a period. We live in a duality world. So the sun...
We live in a duology world.
The moon has to represent ice.
True.
This is why the Masons call it...
Ice, baby. But where's the beavers?
This is why the Masons call it...
Bro, I'm only here for the beaver, dude.
This is why the Masons call themselves 32 degrees. 32 degrees.
32 degrees. That's what I'm talking about. I like that right there. Not 32. 32, boy.
32 degrees represents the freezing point. 32 degrees, Masons. 32 degrees frozen. The freezing point. The Masons are the children of the moon. Ice cold. The human body...
Ice cold, baby. I like it. This is my boy right here. He never fails.
Tomorrow is the full moon beaver, which means we are going into the underworld.
I'm still not getting the beaver part, and that's what I'm really.
It's going to be a. So the question is, how do we break this number system, and how do we recognize our real family?
Oh shit! Hold up. That's my favorite.
Tomorrow is the full moon beaver.
I didn't think he could beat his last two videos that we watched. Were just next level. I didn't think he could top it, but he always exceeds in acceding his previous videos, and he topped it for sure.
Which means we are going into the under.
Okay, so now I can't even. I'm trying to. Anyway, I can't skip forward on this stupid ass thing. Let's try this. This is the best dude on TikTok right here. Because I got to find out about the beaver. No, not that. Damn it. Yeah. Give me the beavers, baby. I guess we'll skip the money bros. Y'all don't want to make money in 2024.
This planet is not a school. We did not come here to have fun. How did you forget your spirit?
Hold up. I came here for school, brought my lunch pail, and I came here to learn, and I came for fun. That's the three reasons that I was born on this planet. And you're telling me that that's not available to me at this time. Of course, it's not going to work. All right. Well, look. Hey, he's the best dude on TikTok, period. The government is watching spiritual people. This sounds good. Let's check this out. He's organic. Fighting that moon beaver as it should be.
Easier. So if you are woke, congratulations, you passed the test. Once you wake up, you will realize that something is always watching you. Are you being watched? Reason why they are watching you is because time is up. The word watch and watch, it's the same thing. Well, how does this mean watch? And this mean watch when it's two different things. It's the spell.
Exactly. Word concept fallacy. Right? Right? Y'all know what that is? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I'm not going to find out about moon beavers. So, I give up. Look, be sure and head on over here and subscribe to me on Twitter, because it's a lot of fun over there. Be sure to wear protections if you're going after some moon beavers. That's my worldly knowledge. Subscribe to me over there on X, aka Twitter. We got Dean Lim. I'm sorry, Harry Serpano since $50. Everybody's being so generous. I should just keep playing his videos all night. Shit, that's the most fun. Let's see if we can play another. Let's just listen to this dude all night long, because this is lit. And I still want to find out about the beavers, boy.
We are going into the last full moon of this year. Iceland volcanoes are erupting right now.
Oh, shit.
We are hearing all the stories about Argentina. From 2017 to 2024, America has an X covering it. The year 2024
American has an X covering it.
is really money. It represents...
So I told you it's money. 2024 is money, boy. That's what we're getting paid in 2024. And y'all dummies don't even got no Bitcoin. Bunch of dummies. All right. I want to know about the beavers. Beavers!
32 degrees, Masons, 32 degrees frozen.
Yo, ice cold beaver. My bitch got an ice cold beaver.
Freezing point. And Masons are the children of the moon. Ice cold.
True.
The human body is about 72% of water. What happens when you put water in the freezer? It becomes ice.
Nah. Has that been empirically verified? Can anybody in the chat confirm if that is what happens if you put ice in the... If I put water in the freezer? What if it's not plugged in and I put water in the freezer?
So once we pass away or we become unalive, our spirits go up to the moon, and our spirits is water. And once our spirits reach the moon...
Did you know your spirit was water? Water? My spirit ain't water. My spirit is more like Sunny D, baby. I got more of a Sunny D soul. You got more of a water soul for sure. But again, what about that moon beaver?
We become ice cold, and time actually stops for us. The movie logo Paramount tried to tell everyone what's going on. The mountain represents the moon. There are 22 stars that's circling the mountain, which is really the moon. 22 stars.
So now everything is the moon. Your girlfriend Beaver also is the moon. Hence, the moon beaver.
Stars that's circling this represents the 22 fallen angels. We are.
So what's full moon beaver then? He's got multiple videos on the full moon beaver. That shit is lit, boy. Orthobro James, $3. I need a moon beaver. I need a moon beaver to do that work for me. I need a moon beaver to do the work for me. Moon beaver. Move your beaver.
Battery 70%.
Moon
Connected
beaver.
to iPhone 4.
It's not an iPhone 4, by the way. It's iPhone number 4, dummy. Try to call me out. Moon beaver. Cold sleever. Moon beaver. Hey.
Expedia members save on travel.
I'm trying to sing. Shout out to all you super chatters. Everybody's been super generous tonight. Or should I say regenerate tonight? Super regenerous. Moon beaver. Stone beaver. Moon beaver. Too weird of an idea. Moon beavers. I like it. If you read the Space Trilogy, C.S. Lewis put beavers on the moon, on the planet, out of the silent planet. There's beavers up there. Triple figgy. Moon beaver. Triple figgy. P. Diddy. Remember, guys, there's some really important things that you got to keep in mind before we continue in this wondrous New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's show, right? You know what we're going to talk about, right? You know what's coming up. A lot of y'all boys ain't never even had a beaver, much less a moon beaver. And there's reasons for that.
Chad Mode is your ultimate natural pre-workout, designed to take your performance to the next level. Chad Mode is for natty beast only. Whether you're hitting the gym, invading a favela, conquering a small village, gambling, burning the midnight oil, mogging on your coworkers, or getting banned from Facebook, Chad mode gives you the competitive edge you need. It's as simple as mixing 1 or 2 scoops of our fine powder into water or juice, providing you with a delicious, energizing beverage featuring a burst of sweet, organic fruit flavor. Chad mode will give you the extra edge you desperately crave. Chad mode stands out from the crowd by excluding artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and dyes. We've even avoided so-called natural flavors, ensuring a clean and effective formula. Only soy boys and betas guzzle blue dye and sucralose, further tanking their already low testosterone levels. Chad mode is made in America. Unlike your common TikTok peasant's pre-workout powder, it does not contain Chinese lab-made caffeine and artificial sweeteners that soy boys so often crave. Experience the pure goodness of Chad mode with Blue Magic registered trademark organic blue spirulina extract, organic lemon, cherry, and organic maple crystals. Forget synthetic caffeine. Embrace the natural power of organic green coffee bean extract. Each dose of Chad mode mirrors the caffeine kick of a cup and a half of coffee, delivering a surge of energy alongside essential vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and herbal extracts. Chad mode will allow you to fire your boss and mog on anyone who opposes you. Chad mode will give you a dominant and aggressive edge, like a lion hunting a gazelle where the gazelle is a TikTok gym zoomer macro guzzling sucralose on the daily, edging to TNF videos. Whether you're seeking a high-potency, junk-free pre-workout or a better way to kickstart your day, Chad mode has you covered. It's not just for men. Chad mode is a solution for anyone ready to conquer their fitness and life goals, dominate their coworkers, and aggressively gamble their life savings. Don't miss out. Secure your supply of Chad mode on TikTok Shop with a limited time massive discount. Elevate your workouts and supercharge your days. Chad mode. Not for your average gym bro zoomer who guzzles synthetic blue dyes on the daily. Buy on the TikTok Shop now with a massive discount provided by TikTok for a very limited time. Buy now while this is still available. Chad mode has been flying off the shelves because it's the first of its kind. Certified for alpha or sigma males only. Do not buy if you are a beta. We will refund your money. Chad mode is your ultimate natural pre-workout.
Something that we're all proud of.
Chad mode is your ultimate natural pre-workout,
Dyers,
designed to take your performance to the next
vaunted,
level.
Much sought after.
Chad mode is for natty beast alphas only.
Now,
whether you're hitting the gym, invading a favela, conquering a small village, gambling, burning the midnight oil, mogging on your coworkers, or getting banned from Facebook,
I really think
Chad mode gives you the competitive edge you need. It's as simple as mixing 1 or 2 scoops of our fine powder into water or juice, providing you with a delicious, energizing beverage featuring a burst of sweet, organic fruit flavor. Chad mode will give you the extra edge you desperately crave. Chad mode stands out from the crowd by excluding artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and dyes. We've even avoided so-called natural flavors, ensuring a clean and effective formula. Only soy boys and betas guzzle blue dye and sucralose, further tanking their already low testosterone levels. Chad mode is made in America. Unlike your common TikTok peasant's pre-workout powder, it does not contain Chinese lab-made caffeine and artificial sweeteners that soy boys so often crave.
And then all of a sudden
Experience the pure goodness of Chad mode with Blue Magic registered trademark organic blue spirulina.
You need to be able to stand your own ground. It helps to have a foundation in philosophy because it's a method to find truth. When you get down to it, philosophy is there because you love truth enough to go and learn how to find it because it's valuable. So if you're interested in things like that, there is the landing page. We'll link it up in the notes. It is a longer one, so we'll get a shorter URL for this. I'm sure Jay has a link on his page. I just wanted to show it off. Now you know it exists. You can go look for it and see why this is not your father's philosophy, right? So well done. I'm proud of everyone who helped to produce and edit the course. And of course, Jay did a flawless job in presenting the course over those 12 weeks. And he's a juggernaut. He's another guy, just like John Bush, in action all the time, doing something productive, like very little wasted time in his week. Those 168 hours of being harnessed very well. I want to show off something that we're all proud of. I got a browser here. This is Jay Dyer's much vaunted, much sought after Philosophy 101. Now, he just got this page up. We are just testing it out. You guys are some of the first people in the world to see it. I want to say, for my part, it's not Philosophy 101. I think this is a mistitling. I really think of it as like philosophy unleashed, because a philosophy 101 course, they give you kind of some useless information that you can't make sense of. Jay actually lays out over 12 weeks, dozens and dozens of hours put into just the presentation of this, let alone the hundreds and thousands of hours of research that it takes to have a coherent evolution.
Yeah, like I said, the buttons are not working well tonight. So I'm riding the mute button. It's just we're having problems over here. So if I play ad, I have to mute myself. And then if you unmute, it doesn't always unmute. You see how that's what happens. So everybody knows about... So I was outside by the... People said, where'd you go? I was outside looking out my telescope. My eyes were trying to pop a feel on some moon beaver. I was trying to look up the moon skirt. Get a little bit of that cold moon beaver. So that's what I was up to. That's what I was doing. I was moon gooning. Trying to look up the moon skirt. It's your computer. This computer is, it's actually a couple years old. It's a nice Mac. It runs pretty well. But when you're running a whole bunch of programs at once, like Stream Deck and OBS and Livestream, you're running all this stuff at once, and you got like 20 windows open. You have to mute. If I play ads or shift to a different screen,
I want to show off something.
You got to mute. That's just the way it works, brah. You don't even live stream. Don't try to tell me what it's like. You don't even do it. But look, we had a nice, generous night tonight. Everybody be sure, go outside, look up the moon skirt, get some of that ice beaver in your eyes, and get ready for 2024. Because it's going to be lit in 2024. Head on over to chalk.com, support the show. Thank you for all the new subscribers we got. By the way, you can always send a super chat through Streamlabs at any time. As you know, I'll read it the next show. Look at that. More generous people. Frankie D. You think Jay is muted? He's just speaking on a different wavelength. That's how my boys think right there. Right? Y'all think I'm muted. I'm speaking at moon beaver wavelength. And it doesn't register in your low vibrational frequency ears. You guys' ears are attuned to low vibrational frequencies. And nobody even wanted to watch Entrepreneur Bros tonight to make money. So have fun in 2024 being poor because you didn't want to watch the Money Bros on TikTok tell you how to get rich. Anyway. Y'all be sure and watch Jamie tomorrow night. She's doing a live stream on Witchcraft in Hollywood. Yes. She found a good documentary on witchcraft in Hollywood. So she's going to be watching that tomorrow night. Thank you guys for such a great 2023. Biggest year ever. A lot of fun. Hopefully we can have a big 2024, but even bigger, which would be crazy. Because we hit 100,000. We had all those big TV shows and internet shows that we went on. We had our big live shows. Maybe 2024 we can go even to the next level. And even have cooler live events. Right? But I gotta I got to figure out how to write. I got to write another book to do more live shows, right? Because the books have to promote some new. The live shows have to promote some new books. What I'm trying to say. Anyway, Happy New Year's and Happy Orthodox Christmas, real Christmas, which is in like 7 or 8 days, right? Everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for all the generosity. Much appreciated. Also, don't forget you can support FDA and Patristic Faith by getting Lore Coffee. If you're looking for some of that Orthodox coffee. Orthodox company that puts out the organic coffee. Lore Coffee right there. There's the affiliate link. Be sure and you use that link to buy that coffee.